How's it going, everyone? This is Waning Moonlight, and there's a new Zelda game coming out around the corner. Zelda Warriors Age of Imprisonment. Now, having a Zelda game coming out, I don't know why, but it brought me back to a couple years ago when this guy, the Peanut Butter Gamer, for the release of Skyward Sword, made a video series called Zelda Month. So for the month of November, he did nothing but talk about Zelda games. And I remembered loving that series when I was younger. So, for Age of Imprisonment coming out, I thought, why don't I do the same? So, for this month of November, we shall be doing Zelda Month. And I had to think of, well, what do I talk about? And recently, I have been getting into learning about history. And some of you may know, but big, historical figures typically have a title. Alexander the Great, Marcus Aurelius the Philosopher King, Vlad the Impaler. And Link kind of has titles too. See, if Link didn't have titles, you don't know if you would be talking about Link or Link or Link or Link. They're all named Link, so they all have titles. Hero of the Wind, Hero of Time, Hero of Twilight, so on, so forth. So I decided I want to rank these hero of titles from worst to best. How much would I want to be called this title in real life? Because let's be real, being called Waning Moonlight, the hero of time, sounds a little bit better than Waning Moonlight, hero of trains. Just a little bit. So I'm going to rank these titles not based off the gameplay, not based off how good the game is, but just how good the title is. And for you guys, the viewer, we also have a special semi-challenge for this month. So I'm going to make a couple videos. I'm going to announce it and all of these. But if I can reach 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year, which I am over halfway to, I will let you guys pick a Zelda tattoo for me to get. So, that sounds fun to you? Make sure you like and subscribe, share with a friend if you want to see it. That being said, let's get started with our first honorary mention. See, in Zelda, most Links are the same person. So, well, not most of them, but some Links span their journey across several games. I feel like it was a missed opportunity to have the Link from the Oracle games be his own person. Because if that was the only journey he did, he could have been called the hero of the Oracle or the hero of Seasons and Ages. And I think that title goes kind of hard, either one of them. So that's just a quick honorary mention. And now it's time to get to the list. In last place, we have the hero of the Minish. Now, in Zelda games, it kind of makes sense why he's called the hero of the Minish, because, well, he saves the Minish people. But no one would know what the Minish are in real life. So if you just went around greeting people, be like, hey, example name, I am John, hero of the Minish, nice to meet you. You're going to get a strange look from the people. And that's honestly the same thing for Link himself. Around the time of that game, some people told stories of the Minish, so they might be like, okay, but they're still seen as fake creatures, so you would probably still get weird looks even then. So I think, as cool as Minish Cap is as a game, bro got the worst title. Next up, we got Hero of the Winds. Now, look, I love Toon Link. He's my goat. But being called the Hero of the Winds does not make a lot of sense if you really think about it. What would that mean in real life to be the hero of the winds? You have a wind turbine that you have powering your house only, or maybe your neighborhood. Being called the hero of the winds barely makes sense for Toon Link, because he has the Wind Waker, sure, but the only wind related thing he does is change the direction of the wind. So cool game, favorite Link right there, but his title does not carry a lot of power with it. It does not carry a lot of flair. Now, next up, we have one that has the potential to be good in a very specific circumstance. Imagine you're in the Air Force. You do some super secret top like danger mission and you survive. Something that could, you know how action movies are all dramatic, but like you save the world with your mission. That earning the title the hero of the skies would go kind of hard. You did some outstanding maneuvers and everyone thinks it was super good. So that could I see be working with the hero of the skies, but if you're not in the Air Force, if you're just a guy, that's not really going to be as good of a title. And I also think it's weird that that's the one that Skyward Sword Link gets. Like, I mean, I know his game is called Skyward Sword, and he lives on a platform in the sky, but I mean, he's technically on the surface world for most of the game. He's not spending a lot of time, flying around in his bird. I mean, like, doing anything important other than from going from one destination to the other. So if they called him the hero from the sky, I feel like that would be a little bit more fitting. But I feel like I'm just getting into semantics with this one, Now here we have what I like to call like the baseline title, being the hero of light. Being the hero of light is kind of like just such like a baseline. Yeah, this is what a good guy would be called. Like Final Fantasy, they got the warriors of light. It's average. It's good. It's solid. Nothing really stands out about it. It's the ultimate title of you are a good guy but did nothing distinguishable to make you have a more specific name. Now, for one of the cooler titles, we have the hero of Twilight. Everyone knows Twilight Princess. They think he's cool. But what would the hero of Twilight really mean in our world? Of course, for Link, it's because he goes into the Twilight realm, stops Zant, whatever. But for us, Twilight's just a time of day. So if it had more of a meaning, I feel like that title could, be pretty cool to have in the real world. Just introduce yourself as, hi, I'm Alex, hero of Twilight. That would be pretty cool. You meet someone who has that title, you're like, whoa, what did you do? And they're like, I saved the Twilight. And you're like, what, you saved the time of day? It's missing a little meaning to make it have some more oomph to it. But because it sounds pretty metal, it's going pretty high up. And next up, we have probably the most well-known Link being the hero of the Wild, Breath of the Wild, and Tears of the Kingdom. Good on Zelda for not making Tears of the Kingdom his own hero, because then he would have just been the hero of Tears, and that sounds like a villain. But either way, I think his title's pretty good. That sounds like somebody who could just like go into the wilderness and like save a lot of like lost hikers or people, just go out and live in the wilds. Drop him off anywhere in the wilderness and he'll make it back fine. So, pretty solid title for a solid game, but I feel like there's just a few better. Now, barely not making the top 3 titles, we have the Hero of Legends. Now, Hero of Legends, that's a generational title. That's one that would be passed on through the centuries. If you were to be reading a historical Roman book about Alexander, the hero of legends, you don't need to know anything more, and you'll just know this man was that guy. He was that locked in. He did something amazing. However, if you were to introduce yourself to someone and they were to be like, hi, I'm John, hero of legends, you would be like, uh-huh. That's just like, it would come off really egotistical in a way. Amazing title, but you gotta wait for someone to give you that title. You don't just proclaim it yourself. But with that one done, we can now get to the top 3 titles. Any of these, I think, would go hard. Now, in third place, probably to the shock and awe of most people, we have the Hero of Trains from Spirit Tracks. His title is like absolutely ridiculous, but I'm the kind of person who would love to have a ridiculous title being all I'm remembered by. Just being able to introduce myself as Jack, hero of trains. You know, like, if you hear that somebody's name, you think, I don't know what they did. They did something really cool with trains. And tell me you would not be jealous, you know? I don't know. Maybe it's my inner child who loved Geotracks growing up that's making me want to put this one up high, but that's my pick for the number 3 spot. Next up in the second place spot is the Hero of Time from Ocarina of Time. So if you've ever watched any Zelda top 10 of, well, basically anything, you should never be surprised to see this game high up. And I gotta admit, title goes hard. Be the hero of time. That already means you have to have time travel. And it means either A, you've time traveled through many different points in history and did such amazing deeds that people call you the hero of time, or you did something that saved the space-time continuum. Either way, title goes hard. And though the title's really cool, there's only one that outshines it. Now, in first place, we have Link, the hero of Hyrule. Now, to some of you, you might be like, really? This one? It's almost a little basic for what a Link hero title would be. You know, he is the hero of Hyrule. But correlate that to the real world. You would be, let's pick a new name, Alexander, hero of America, hero of France, so on and so forth. Being given the title hero of your country would be incredibly hard. You don't even have to be that nationalistic to think that being the hero of your country wouldn't be kind of cool. Do you know what power would come with that? You could probably just do whatever you want, in a sense. Because, I mean, you're the hero of your country, you know. People gotta show you some respect. Let you get away with a few things. You know how it is. And yeah, he's the hero of Hyrule. And being John, hero of Hyrule, probably would not make as much sense. But replace it with your country, and I think that'd be awesome. So, was that all of the hero titles? Honestly, I kind of saw different answers from different wikis. Some had more names, some had less. So I was just kind of working with what I knew. So let me know down below if I missed any, and I'll throw them in the ranking somewhere. And also let me know what your ranking are of these titles. Again, I was just going off of what I think would be fun and cool, and obviously everyone's opinion's different. So let me know. And don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you later in the month. Next time, we're going to be talking about the Master Sword and the other final sword upgrades you can get in the Zelda games. Alright, so see you then.